What you just saw was a skill sequence that we're going to be learning in Skill Master. Like, what I really like about this is that for me it looks really incredible, and I can remember practicing this stuff separately, like all of these different skills. Oh, this consists of 3 different skills. We have the cartwheel into the elbow lever. From the elbow lever, you're going to spring all the way to that headstand, and from the headstand, you're going to go into that handstand. All are quite difficult movements, and there's really like, what's even better than just mastering like one skill, another skill, is to actually learn to put them together, learn to put them in these sequences. That's when it really becomes the most fun for me. It's same thing with movement. Like when I'm doing movement training, I really love doing those flows where I can really feel how they go together, how they flow together, how everything becomes this like a unity of body control, represents your mastery over your body, over your body weight. And like we can, in the Skill Master, like within like 3 months, within 6 months, or in 1 year, you really can learn stuff that you've never even thought that you could learn with your body. Like this is already what people are experiencing. They're just starting to do stuff that they never saw themselves even doing that. And it's really surprised, you can surprise yourself. And the really nice, like a side benefit, is that these movements look cool. You're not just going to learn to control your body, but these movements are impressive. They look really nice. I can remember during like when I was a high school or a student in the university, and there were some like house parties, and I was doing some of those tricks that I'd learned, for example, for capoeira, and people are like, "Whoa!" Like it looked really cool for these people because they never seen that kind of stuff before. So it's not just really that sort of control and that mastery process. Or what I really like about this is that when you go to learn these skills, you might look at the outside that, well, it's just a simple skill. But there's so much that goes to it. Like you gotta really go in this journey of learning these skills, journey of learning what your body is capable of. When I started to train back in the beginning days, that was my like number one thing. I was not even thinking what other people might think of it. I didn't care like how others perceive it. For me, it was just having really fun with my body. I enjoyed that. The feeling of being able to do and move by will, to move feeling free, that is something really that I want to share like with this. Like when you join this journey, so you can also feel the freedom. You can feel this freedom and you can feel the feeling that comes from being able to just go at some movement, just be able to do it. That's something that really inspired me. When I look at even other people back then, like Jackie Chan doing these different stunts, what he was doing, like I was just like mesmerized. I was like, wow, that looks fun. It looks like this guy actually is enjoying what he's doing. And that's the same thing that I feel in a lot of the skill training. There is hard times. I can tell you, they can be like, you're gonna be grinding some of these skills maybe for some time before you learn them. But the more you put time, the more rewarding it is once you actually learn them. And even this kind of difficult skills that I did in the beginning, and putting them in the sequence, it's just a matter of going through that process. The process really unlocks everything. This is why I put so much effort in the Skill Master into not just teaching like, well, you do this progression, you do that progression, you do like with this cue and that cue to help you do it, which is important, But I also want to walk you through the journey so you don't get discouraged on the way no matter what happens. There's always some way that you can take, always some detour, always some method, technique, or other type of training that maybe you can do so you can keep on progressing for the rest of your life. Because the skill training easily causes people to get sometimes obsessed, or they're going to sacrifice their health into chasing something. The skill training is not about the ego. It's not about like doing things to prove others or to prove yourself that you're somehow good. This was actually something that I did at a certain point in my training journey, and it caused a lot of issues in my body. But through that, I learned a much better approach. I learned to really do this stuff by respecting my body and by returning to where I started. I returned to that start where I was simply just enjoying the abilities of my body. I was enjoying feeling the strength of my body and the simple functionality that I was able to gain with these kind of skills. So if you want to start this journey where you really learn to control, coordinate your body in really amazing ways, where you find out actually what your body is capable of doing, and you're going to have a lot of fun with your body, then that is what we do in the Skill Master, and I will see you guys there. Keep training and stay strong. When we created the Skill Master, we wanted people from all different backgrounds to be able to experience and enjoy this amazing journey of learning skills, but without the many fallacies, myths, and just outright harmful and unrealistic ideas surrounding the skill training culture. When we get older, we usually lose hope in learning new physical abilities and skills. It is like our body and mind becomes set in stone. We become completely stagnant. We forget the process that has been running on the background for our entire lives. The process of learning new skills. You may not know it yet, but you are a natural born skill machine and you're never too old to learn. It's just a matter of tapping into that process once more. Master the process and you will master the skill. I understand the different needs and twists and turns that go into developing new physical abilities at a later age, because I've gone through this process myself. These skills that you see inside this program, they were something that I learned in my 20s and many of them in my 30s. In the end, you may impress yourself and the people around you with what you have achieved, but that's not what this is all about. This is about experiencing fun and rewarding moments in the pursuit of becoming the best version of what you can be. We're giving the power of the skills back to you. This is the Skill Master.